Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 6 of the what is it? The Magical Artist Tour. The Magical Artist Tour. I'm your host, Brian Chapman, just trying to get it in. Today we're going to hear from Susan Dukow and see some of her amazing art that is for sale in the auction. I believe one of the pieces already sold, but check out this fun talk from Olivia Poole with Susan Dukow. Woo! Keep those hearts moving. We got to be fit to beat the virus. I'll see you in a minute.
I'm Olivia Poole, and I'm with the Topanga New Times, and I'm with magical artist Susan. Is it Dukow?
Dukow. Yeah.
Dukow. Oh, look at that.
Well done.
Yeah, I have that English bachelor's for something.
Yeah.
Susan, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. And as we all know, the Topanga Canyon Gallery is, making some changes this year, obviously, with the switching to a virtual gallery tour, which has been pretty exciting in a lot of ways, because we're getting to kind of see inside each of these artists' homes, and it's been a really cool experience in a different way than it normally is.
Right.
And I know you are a member of the gallery, and tell me a little bit about how you came to be part of that and how all that's going for you.
Well, I tend to talk a lot, so I'll try to make this short. Okay. My first experience was at the 2019 studio tour. I found out about it and I entered and they accepted me. And I had an amazing experience with the homeowner that's house I was at, Rhonda Conry. I think you might be talking to her as well, but I don't know. Anyway, so I had a great experience with them. And then they reached out to me at some point and asked me if I would like to become a member. So I went through the process and became a member as of January. So here we are.
So you were
got
invited
into the first show and the pandemic hit. So
well, I'm pretty sure that this pandemic is really making warriors out of a lot of people, we're all having to step up in different ways, which is pretty exciting in its own way.
Right.
And I've been checking out your work, and I absolutely love the whimsical nature of it. I love your cat back there too.
The what? Oh, my cats? Yeah, they're everywhere.
You have a lot of cats?
I have 4. I said to somebody recently, I said, if I start painting cats, shoot me. So I painted my first cat recently. And I'm still here.
Oh my goodness. Are you aligning with the Crazy Cat Lady title?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe in a couple of years. But back to your artwork.
Yeah.
It's not usually cat related. I think you have some pieces in the background here in the living room.
In the living room, yeah.
And there are a couple pieces that I think you have nearby. Would you mind showing?
Sure.
Telling us a little bit about
You know that the auction is going on right now. And so each artist got to do 2 8x8 pieces. So here's one of them.
Mm-hmm. And which one is this? What's this?
This is called Corona What?
Oh my goodness.
And then this piece just sold about an hour ago.
Oh,
it's
congratulations.
Follow Me.
Oh, let's tilt it up a little bit. Follow Me.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, wow. And what is I'd love to know the medium, but there's a creature kind of towards the bottom.
There's a couple of creatures.
Yeah.
So there's this guy here, that's the one who's saying follow me, and then there's another creature here.
Yes.
And another creature here, and then there's a couple of others. I can't see them. They're beat paintings. And it's all described on my website, so if anybody's interested. But last year at the walk, I did a whole series of bead paintings, and they sold like crazy. So this year, preparing for the art walk, I did a whole 2020 version of bead paintings, and these are on clayboard, which gives a different feel to them. Anyway, and I want to show you one more. This is not.
So for people who don't know, you're actually using the juice, the beet juice.
I don't want to give all my secrets away, but
right.
It started with me roasting beets, which I do every week after the farmer's market. And suddenly I went, look at those colors.
Color, yeah.
And so that's what started it. And the adventure began, the journey began. Yeah.
Very cool. And so and you don't have to share your secrets if you don't want to, but I'm going to ask.
Try me.
So the medium is a mixture of, the pigment that you're getting from that, and what else?
And so, yes, so the reds and the oranges are usually the beet juice, or goop, as I call it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it comes out kind of goopy. But then the greens and the blues and things like that are either inks or watercolor pencil, or other mediums. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's truly mixed media.
It's truly mixed
Beautiful.
media. I have to show you this guy.
Yeah.
I know you'll probably cut it out, but
Show me.
he's kind of a little bit on the obscene side. And the story about this guy is the beet juice gets away from me sometimes. And that's what happened here. I turned my back and suddenly the beet juice was like spilling off the page. So you have to make the most out of it. It's like,
yeah. What's that one called? What's the title of that piece?
all I did was sneeze.
Fun title. So Susan, have you lived in Topanga for a while, or?
I don't live in Topanga. I live in Sherman Oaks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just ship you in.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. And how long have you been painting? How long have you been?
Well, that's an interesting story. I had a 36-year career in film production, in movies, film production here in Los Angeles, and traveled the world for 36 years. And I retired in 2012. And by 2018, it was like, what am I doing? And when I was in high school, I painted. I went to an all-girls school back in Philadelphia, and we got to choose either art or music as a secondary diploma. And I chose art. And so for 4 years, the last 2 periods of every day were art classes. And then almost 50 years went by and I hadn't done anything. And in 2018, after 6 years of retirement, I was like, I've got to find something to do with myself. And the rest is history. It's just all coming out of me now, 50 years worth. It's been great. It's been great.
Like literally sneezing out.
Sneezing out. Yeah. All I did was sneeze. So I call it something else, but I won't be rude on them. Yeah.
I love that story. I feel like that gives like the rest of us like so much hope, and I feel like there's so many people who, were really creative as children and then kind of went into
society, and then something life happens.
Yeah, and then it's so inspiring to hear that.
But I thought I was the only one. Of course, we always think we're the only one. But as I ventured into this world, I realized it's not uncommon at all for people in retirement to find it for the first time or find it again. So, I was really fortunate to find it because I realized emotionally and psychologically, it was probably a lot of the reasons for I'm a pretty open book for anxiety and depression and whatnot, because once I started painting and creating again, all of that went away. So I don't want to get emotional, but it's the truth. So I
Okay.
encourage everybody to let their creative side come out in some fashion, in some fashion.
Of
Yeah.
course. And I love that. Thank you for sharing that, because
Sure,
I
sure.
feel like that's also a very important thing for people to for people to hear, and for all the school districts to hear, about the
Absolutely.
importance of like keeping
Absolutely.
art education in schools. And
Yeah.
I know that um, you know on a personal level, a lot of what I do to just kind of move through any emotional things is going to like creative spaces and creating, and just moving that energy. And I work as a coach, and so I'm often telling people, go paint, go write, go make
Play. I
music.
mean, to me, it's just go play. Don't judge yourself. Just play. And that's why I think a lot of my work is so whimsical and playful, because it's just sort of like silliness. And that's me. That's a part of me, because I worked in film production. It was so serious and it was so stressful. So, just letting my silly side come out is fun. Yeah.
I love it. And it sounds like, if I were to ask you, what your advice would be to other people, would you say that would be it?
Get yourself some crayons and some paper. And I cannot tell you how many neighbors I've packed up with stuff, or my grandnieces and nephews, and I just like play and have parties with them, and people who've never done anything before, because I want to share it with people, because it really, I had some neighbors here once, and it was a bad rainy day, and so two of them came over. They had neither one of them ever done anything. And they both walked out of here with 2 collages each. They had a blast, but they haven't done anything since. So
That's okay. At least you
yeah,
did it that time, That's so wonderful. So one of your pieces just sold an hour ago. And
yeah,
is the other one still available for
it
people?
is.
Okay. Which one's available?
This one's available.
This one's available.
This is Corona what?
The it can be a souvenir of this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But it's a really cool piece. It's like very
It's gotten a lot of attention. Yeah.
yeah, it's very memorable. I went through the website, and I was like, oh my God. It was one of the more memorable pieces to me.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So gosh, is there anything else you'd like to share? Any like cool things coming up that you want to let people know?
Well, we're really trying to get the gallery in this new mode. So I've been very much involved in that, with the idea about the online auction for these 8x8 pieces before the pandemic. And I said to them, there's people all over the country. We have friends and family, and if you have to walk into the gallery to place a bid, you're really limiting the number of people that could possibly. So when the pandemic hit, it was like, Susan, do you think you could pull this off? And I was like, sure. So one of the other artists at the gallery, he works their website, our website, and I've had enough computer and website experience that we became a great team, and we pulled this thing together, and it's happening. We've had a very good weekend. We're thrilled.
I'm hearing that, and I love
yeah.
as I'm talking to different people, it's so great. I feel like everyone in this community has been so supportive to the gallery here, and it's so wonderful to be able to see the gallery kind of navigate with these times, and it was obviously necessary. It was coming already,
What happens when you're forced into a situation,
Mm-hmm.
and because I came from the film community and you were always being thrown curveballs, it's like, okay, you got to do it, so I'm pretty unflappable when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm one of those people who needs to have lots to do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Olivia.
Yes, I live in.
Well, maybe we'll see you around the hood when we get the gallery open.
Definitely. I'm always up and around town. I'm easy to spot.
Yeah.
And so we come to the end of episode 6 of the Magical Artist Tour. I'm your host, Brian Chapman. Thank you, Olivia Poole, for that fascinating interview with Susan Dukow. Thank you, Susan, for taking the time. Please visit TopangaCanyonGallery.com and check out the auction that's going on. There's not much time left. Not sure on that date. You'll have to go to that link and see for yourself. Anyway, be good to each other out there. BC out.